For economic research, Peter C. Earl. Rebecca, I'm going to start with you. Is Trump good for crypto, for Bitcoin?
Well, he's definitely made a lot of positive statements, but let's contrast him to Gary Gensler at the SEC. I mean, basically, this is an administration who promulgated and went to all federal agencies and said, give me the regulations you want to impose on any kind of cryptocurrency. Gary Gensler wanted, and people think it's a great thing that Bitcoin was democratized by going into ETFs, but that was also a way to start to control it, wasn't it? And subject it to regulation when it's supposed to be distributed blockchain outside of regulation. So he was actually very instrumental in starting to actually regulate outside cryptocurrencies. And so I think it's, yes, President Trump has talked about a reserve of 1 million Bitcoin, which at $91,000, imagine the billions of dollars of reserve that would happen. There's estimates that that would make a Bitcoin go to $500,000, $500,000 if we actually did develop that reserve. So he's pro it, but also Biden administration was anti it.
Peter, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with most of what the other guests said. I think President Trump seems promising for the crypto industry, especially with pledges to reduce regulatory hurdles. But, you know, campaign promises don't always translate to policy. And there are interest groups, including traditional financial institutions, whose influence could change the stance on crypto regulation. So while the pro-crypto outlook is encouraging, it's unclear how much they'll ultimately be able to deliver once in office. So we're going to have to wait and see if actions align with words.
Rebecca, do you think that Americans are ready to be a little bolder to embrace Bitcoin, to embrace crypto? A lot of, I will say, or maybe riskier investors have done it. They've embraced it. They get it. Other people, maybe not ready to go there yet. Will that change?
I think because it's still not, we still don't have a really base case of what will it really do, and will it be non-correlated during market depression or recession. And we haven't gone through that yet, really, with Bitcoin. So because we don't have that long-term, we don't know, is it speculative or is it long-term hold? We don't know. And so we need more time. But we definitely do not want a government that comes in and starts regulation, because then, to Gary Gensler's point, said it's not a security, it's an asset.
Peter, talk about, we said in the introduction to the segment here, Bitcoin startups, smaller coins. I know there's a lot of other coins out there besides Bitcoin and companies. Talk about that kind of like underworld that's being created, or the ecosystem, if you will.
Yes, I mean, Bitcoin is really the center of gravity. It's at the center of the crypto universe. But there are tens of thousands of other coins and tokens. They're usually called altcoins. Some people have more indecorous terms for them, which also trade. And for the most part, they represent, entrepreneurial efforts. Some of them actually have real, prospects. They do unique things that maybe Bitcoin doesn't do, but a lot of them are just simply scams. And so for that reason, I think that less regulation will bring about, a sort of a more quick winnowing process for those that have no value. And by the way, price says everything. If you see a coin that's priced at $0.0000001 per coin, that's usually a pretty good sign that there's not a lot of value there. So, that's one of my litmus tests.
Yeah, no, that's good. Rebecca, I was going to ask you, for people who are kind of uninitiated crypto investors learning more, what is your piece of advice for them? Maybe one thing besides what Peter said, which is a good one.
I would still right now consider it speculative. Definitely invest, definitely pursue long-term holds, but don't expect that it's going to be safe. Like the fact that it's gone from 68 to 91 in such a short time means we could also see a retrenchment back much lower in a quick time. So we don't want people to lose that money.
So proceed with caution.
Caution.
What you're saying.
Absolutely.
Smart. And Peter, you're saying don't invest in the coin that is 0.00009 pennies.
Like a penny stock.
Yeah,
exactly like that.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Rebecca Walser, Peter C. Earl, have a great weekend, and thank you.
Thank you.